Okay, I think I'm gonna draw a card for today. The Pearl Alchemy, the reward at the end, from grit to grace. So pretty. Actually, I found quite cute pearl necklaces online. I'm all about the symbolism around my healing space at the moment because I'm pondering around it a lot. So, and it's a nice like energy. Thinking about the Reiki healing space. I am very creative, and now I feel like getting few earrings to connect me to the energy, and um, crafting, and like a little Etsy shop that I will be sustaining for a little while. And like I'm not written down the products yet because I've not finally decided like what exactly. But it's probably gonna be Reiki water with flower essence. I probably make my own one flower essence and drops of water and Reiki, um, and then just Reiki water, for example, from a good water source. And then I want to do sustainable wax mats, also easy to make your own. And then I'm gonna probably add a few salves for the lips, like for winter, and little body spray with extraction oils because it's so nice to work with smell. Have something little homemade with it's not Reiki, but it's nice. And then I'm gonna maybe do maybe do few little bits and bobs dry clay, like just not super priced, but little bits for like the wax melt burner that I have on my mind, like probably shifting a little bit around, because I have joy and I don't have to. I'm putting it, if I made them, I put it on the Etsy shop. I can make 3 pieces, I can make 10 pieces. If it's out, it's out. I put it just on the shop. It's not a problem. If I have time, I can make it. And people can have really nice burners. They're very practical and cute. And this Reiki tribe, people who love colors, who also are energy workers, and who love a clearing um, style, like just clear. And that's a grounded style, for example, I would say. But for example, this chakra art is very cleansing, like cleansing for like just like the crystals. I see that lots of these crystal shops, and they're very cleansing. Of the sound bath, they're very cleansing. Like they're not overcrowded. This is a little overcrowded, but it's all nature. It's all from the area, basically. Like the plastic flowers are obviously not from the area. Um, but that's more like a grounded space, like it's the overwater receiving space. But um, the herbs and stuff and the shop, they are extra. I'm gonna call it water receive shop, water shop, and I have to obviously first create a little business for that too. But I'm not there at all, so I'm just little pondering. I'm probably also gonna do sustainable candles with nice flower art outside, probably not inside, because not everybody likes the burn smell, but it does last really long. The smell lasts quite long. Get nice candle perfume. And then if I feel like it, I could do wreaths. Like I'm very creative with that. There are beautiful things, and just I want that to give to my clients, and if they resonate, I'm just gonna post a little bit in my stories. And if they want that, they can have it. All of that stuff is probably gonna be long lasting. Like I'm not gonna do fresh wreaths, but I could do with hay. I could do wreath. I could do with a wreath with willow, and then put on beautiful flowers and plastic flowers. You know, it is what it is. I know people who sell dried flower wreaths and rose extraction oils and stuff like that. So people buy it, but like it's not. I'm not little. Like they're not gonna get every day on my page and gonna order Reiki water. But if the client resonates, I want to have a little set ready. Like just get a candle, get a body spray, get the wax melts, and so you fully Reiki package. Like you could make that an extra Reiki package. Just and all of those stuff I have to always put in the number that I'm having. That is and that's it. It's the exact number that the seller have. And also I could create like a little more flower art just for that for a little, like I'm gonna do just local dried flower art, like a little mandala style or something. Not too just simple is what I like. It's so simple, like little stuff for autumn, little stuff for Christmas. Like the crafting is good for me. Getting a little energy back in the form of money would be nice. And the client or the obviously everybody on Etsy has the opportunity to get a little bit from my little favorite art creations, because I'm not gonna put everything in there probably, but like just have a few staples going, probably extraction oil, body spray, and wax melts and Reiki water. But like Reiki water, I'm only gonna send fresh. And then I'm gonna write on there use in 2 weeks or so, because the water is not getting better. Like with just the flower essence, it's really not better. But I could also do extraction, like flower is extraction oils that they could like to kick Reiki oil, Reiki water oil. They could make their own, but I'm not decided yet. So I will see. I will see, because I know that with the body spray, the extraction oil keeps the water really nice and clean, and it has a perfect smell. But if I use just essential oils in water, it does get a nasty smell eventually. And but with the extraction oils, I'm using more because it's not an essential oil, it's not that intense, and the water really stays really nice really long. So I'm still very favorite and warmly holding myself into the founding phase, because I love that. I love creating space all around art, healing art, a meeting up for learning, recipe learning. I could do cooking workshops for like healthy stuff, and like we could do extraction oil coils, but I'm not a pro. But it's a product that I like. I'm happy with the outcome, and I know people would appreciate it. Like not everybody loves essential oils, and if they just want a little something from the water healing space in their home, they can buy a candle or whatever. It's gonna obviously go with the branding style, so they can connect it to the space, and they can, like, for integration, they can burn the candle. I like to do that on Ostara and Beltane. And when I think about it, like, I have one candle going until that I want to be burning down before the next wheel shift, wheel change, wheel, wheel change, wheel, what's the name? Just the next Celtic Wheel of the Year celebration. And they can do that. I can make a celebration candle. They're really nice masks out there. I bought wax melts. I'm such a fan of the smell. It is intense. I smell it really long. Also with just spice, just flavored with spice, pumpkin spice. They have a really good flavor for really long, because on the oil the smell stays really long, and it just gets cold. And you could also put it on a heating plate. Like, I got a little heating plate on Shein. It goes up to 75 degrees, and I could use that for wax melt. So I could have a nice smell if I don't want my kid to use fire because of any reason, just because I want to feel perfectly safe. You could use that. You could put a timer on the plate or no, and and then I'm gonna add little crafts every once in a while and see if people like it or no. And I mostly have my clients on my mind right now, but as soon as I get to know the customers, I'm gonna obviously connect on their liking. And for me, it's a good practice working with nature materials and upcycling. That's something I really like. I would not be knitting for other people. It's something that I do for relaxation, little meditation. Like, that's not something that I find creative. That's like a little my typical winter. Like, I'm also not gonna sell my own books. Like I'm making my own knits, but I'm not making my own wreaths. And I'm not baking my own. I could also sell cookies, maybe, I don't know, but there's lots of information. I'll probably not be selling cookies, but I could sell a cookie recipe. I could make a cookie recipe book. Like, and also all of my little workbooks should go on the Etsy page too, like just as a download, because it's fine. I can sell it on both. Actually, I'm probably only gonna use the Etsy for I think it's better, and like, I don't want an extra shop with my I just used Canva for the website for now, so there is not really a page extra. So I'm gonna be lazy for now. I'm not gonna do a fancy online shop that I need to create and check in and update. I'm just gonna do that on the Etsy shop too. And also, like, people like me who like spiritual art and like oils and all the crystals and stuff, we are on Etsy, because sometimes we don't like Amazon. Sometimes Etsy has a better price, and sometimes we already know people over there. Obviously, I also have local shops that I like. There are really nice shops in Fila, for example, where I've seen too much. I wanted a lot of the stuff, but I did only get the Palo Santo. I'm hardcore. So when I already made a little just from Pinterest, but it's fine. I'm just gonna adapt a few ideas from the Pinterest, and super fine. Like, I'm not copying that, but I'm just inspired too. But I did really copy one of this it's a little card holder for Oracle deck. Sometimes I also like to have a few cards going to add energy to my room and to my practice. And this is, for example, Kuan Yin, and then there's a Palo Santo holder that I also added. I had to glue it down, so it's not fully. I'm not fully available for selling. If you know what I mean. um, it's a little, I seen that on Pinterest. It was so sweet idea. A little crystal bowl, glass bowl, glass uh, cube, glass. What's the name? Wasserkugel, like future ball, future calling, future telling ball, future telling ball, future telling ball. You know, for and not like the old like in like circus people, like they would sit this old lady and they would like have this, and that's what it reminds me of. It's really cute because that's a little bit I want is to represent the future, and it's cute and it is a little witchy but it's not really witchy, and I made it my own. But I have fun. There's stuff that I don't need to keep, like it's not necessarily for me. Like if I find someone who might like that, I could end up giving it to someone. And what I like is like if I think something's pretty, most stuff I do find online. But with that stuff, decorations, a little card holder, a little smudging stick holder, and like there also this really big smudging stick. They can have holders. I've seen that. That's a nice idea. They don't burn for really long, but I could put a little candle under there, and they could just use that to smudge. If I want a little more smoke to be going, I don't like the coal, but that would be an option too. So there are little practical stuff and little beautiful stuff, and I can make it exactly as I want you right now, because at the moment this year I'm a little focused around the moon. I'm not around astrology. I'm just about the moon and the effect it has on my garden, and a little bit of the sign that the full moon is in, and that's it. And then the name that they go with by the almanacs. And mostly at the American right now, but the last one I also did check for the Irish because it came up in my blog. But like I just thought I'm gonna do 1 year with the one almanac, and then the other year I'm gonna do the other almanac, and then it should be fine. And then there's only the daily usage, which is also something that I don't hate. Like I like it. Like my father always goes to the hairdresser on specific moon dates. My grandpa knew about the moon, like they always bought moon calendars. So I'm not fully getting what stuff is really necessary to act in the garden, for example. Like I'm not cutting my hair a lot. But if I wanted to be short, like I did check that when I had short hair. I was younger, I had short hair. And then I did check what the moon says. But it grows, like growth takes a little longer. So I think that's so cute. Just putting a card on there, and like it did not cost a lot. Like it was 1 kilo. Like it could bigger packages could get bigger packages and it would be more cheap. So 1 kilo, and then crafted out 2 card holders, and one also has a crystal. It's a little altar piece for my bedroom, just to have the meditation space ready when I wake up, or yeah, mostly about morning. And then also I made this very beautiful big lotus that is meant to be a herb burner, and just coloring that. And for now I've been using lots of my nail polish because I have so many great colors. Got my favorite colors I have as a nail polish. So it's very nice. I'm not using it a lot on my fingers because it's not good for my nails and I want them to be healthy. But it's nice to create a little art with that, and I can add glitter and then just put on a spray and then it's fine. So, but mostly I like just the clay and a little add-on of glitter, a little color. That's probably what I made a little rose, clay rose for the altar candle holder, and it came out really well. It was really beautiful, and You're just adding water elements, rose elements to whatever, and then it's the water rose shop. And like, it's not me, the water rose is the healing I'm offering. Like water because it's all about the feminine, and rose because there's a lot of this teachings also is a very high frequency healing, so that's what Reiki is for me, but it's probably not but I don't know. I don't know if there is a count for a Reiki frequency. I'm not checking that because that's a little bit far into science, but I just have much joy doing that, but it's not, I think, I don't know, it's not a personal kind of art. Like I can, for example, when I'm writing, I have essays that I would share with the teacher, and there would be essays that did come out accidentally that will never get to a teacher. Like they ended up being personal. Like just knitting is something I love to do for myself. Just as cooking, I'm not about cooking too much for other people. But I don't like it. I will not sell my soups on Etsy, but I would sell like a glass cake on Etsy. Like that would be sweet, but I don't need to. Wider, this is already available, and it's not about healing at all. So it should be a little bit about healing, about art, about spiritual, but not only. Like candles are for everybody, or like fresh roses or whatever, or like a mix for yoni steaming, or like I'm gonna call it sacred cleansing set or something like that. Because I don't want even to call it yoni, because I don't think it's only the yoni that is steamed. I just want to say it's also womb work. And like I'm not fighting back to the yogis. I am nice, but I'm not using that tool. And I'm also like cycle herbs I want to do. I got a few from my first course, which she mentioned, and then I have some that I personally really like for the feminine, and then just having, like, I'm probably not gonna collect all the herbs myself, but I will just get a little package. I can use it, and I can use it on the Etsy shop and like make my own mix available and have more fun that way. Like I do more of what I like. If it's adding an Etsy shop to the healing space, and yeah, and I'm so much excited to write my workbooks. So excited. And I've had really much fun creating branding and starting the, like for me, like when I have 2 accounts that I'm regularly on in Instagram, and like sometimes with the private account I'm watching my own stories on the Water with Healing Space content, and it's really chilling me out. Like it's just feel good, care about yourself, nurture yourself, little motivators, but like not too much. That's what a sound bath teacher truly is. There's a feel good place. I could like also sell downloads of a sound bath, but then I need very good microphones. I don't know if I like that. I know I'm not gonna create long videos from my day. I'm not gonna be vlogging, but I don't mind like talking to the camera for a little while. That's fine. Or like just doing a little sound bath every once, and it's fine. But also for the other stuff, I did mostly go to AI immediately. But other stuff I want to use art videos to express a little bit more of the vibe and what it's about. You know, people get the vibe. I'm trying to attract my dream clients and creating that into the future. Like that is so enjoyable and so fun, and it brings really much goodness to me. And like I'm so unbothered in a lot of ways because I'm so busy. My mind is so busy all the time, with in the nicest way, because it's not depressing. It's not about illness itself. It is about coping, healing, living with pain and illness and big trouble and trauma. And I'm not burdened by that. Like, I did not like in my study time, I did not like all these negative, really hard stories and case studies and whatever. And like, um, it's a little bit, that's the first time is starting again new, a new changing, like planning something for you professional use. The first time I'm doing that since I started. And this time is all about healing, which is so nice. And also for a health manager, I think that's a pretty career, just coming to the point where you're like, yeah, I did all of that and know all of that. We did create all of that in Europe, and now I'm counting my blessings, and life guided me there, and I am also in my own home. I'm creating a little corner for health and well-being because that's what I know will be really helpful for lots of other patients that's not yet in the healthcare system truly included. And but I don't mind that to be extra. Like, it's not something that I'm gonna ask for new contracts for or something. But I think that could be very helpful. And I also have the intention to send some of my workbooks to a few doctors that I like, just to spread information, especially those with the pain and healing and illness coping workbook. That's something I'm gonna probably send to a few doctors that I think are resonating, like the more wholesome ones that like flower essence or vitamins, but like, just the early ones. Like, not maybe certainly not the overdosing ones, but all right. So yeah, and it's so cute that I have a little Palo Santo roller. It's also not burning really long, but I cannot put it onto my table, so just have that, added that just in case. And it looks cute, and I find it again, like, I lost 2 Palo Santo sticks already to some niche in my home, because that's how much new books and new stuff and new notebooks and whatever, new decks. I have new clothes that I'm not wearing a lot, but I should be for the space, and like yogi and Tai Chi clothes and just simple stuff. And yeah, that's what I like. Okay, see you again, guys. Bye.